guys, so I'm gonna be moving towards the waterfront, and I guess I reduced the exposure compensation on this thing to +1 from +2. So let's see. I can see the bluer skies much better than before. Hopefully it doesn't underexpose my face, because that's a problem. Couple of things I did notice is that the ZV-E10 has that problem with changing colors as the ISO comes up from 500 to 640. So I guess I have to use it in shutter priority mode, where it has the full range of the aperture to move across, especially during daylight when I'm going through I guess dark or shadowy environments. So that should help. But I also see with this as well, when it moves across the ISO range, it has the same issue, but not as dramatic as you can see on the ZV-E10. I did get the G95. So I did get that thing in December of last year. Didn't like it because I was not using a gimbal with it, and the only selling feature of that camera was the value proposition, and also the strong IBIS. I did test it on a regular tripod, mini tripod, the Oben TT100, I think that's what it's called. It's carbon fiber, very light, very useful. But the problem is the IBIS wasn't good enough for me to do what I do with the Zhiyun M2s. But I did repurchase it after watching Marcus Pick's railing for the G100, which is basically the smaller version of the G95 without the IBIS, and also a good price for the amount of camera that you get, a video camera that is, not just photo one. Yeah, now I think you can get it for $499 brand new. I don't know if you can get it used, but the G95, was able to get it at B&H used for $550. It's a 10 rating, which is basically new without any marks. I haven't used it yet, but yeah, we got it today. But I am testing the exposure compensation on this. If I set it to +1 instead of +2, I can actually see the blue skies. Otherwise I'm stuck using the ZV-E10. Yeah, sent over the R6 to Robert's camera. It was a pleasant experience. It provided me with the shipping labels, got there very quickly, and sent them obviously I took proper pictures of what I was giving and decoded me a price, and that's exactly what I got today. They received it today, and I got a code back. Hey, you're good to go. How would you like your payment? So that was good. It was a very good experience. Maybe I'll be selling off the ZV-E10, maybe the Sony A7 IV, the Sony A1. These are, except for the ZV-E10, I haven't used much of the other ones. I probably will keep the A7S III, even though I have the E1, ZV-E1, because of the overheating issues. But I haven't gotten any overheating issues with the ZV-E1. But also another key feature of this A7S III is the full HDMI connector. The micro, I tried using it, do a live stream. Yeah, that isn't great. It is quite finicky. Not finicky as in it doesn't provide confidence as whether or not it will be able to sustain disconnects and connects for several years to come, unlike a proper HDMI cable connector. So that is one of the reasons why I probably will keep the A7S III. Maybe not, I don't know. I do like the E1 because I can put it on these very light Zhiyun M2s and just walk around doing the same thing as I'm doing with this ZV1. Yeah, I rewatched the 4th of July footage, especially the one when I'm walking back. Oh man, the footage can't be beat. Even with the Samyang 2.8, the footage is pretty good, even in low light conditions. I would like to get the M3S, the Zhiyun M2s, even though I have the DJI 3 Mini, which I'll be calling it from now on. It's the DJI Pro 3 Mini, RS3 Pro Mini. I think I'll be getting the Zhiyun M3s, just because it's, I think, 1.6 pounds compared to the 1.9 pounds of the DJI, and yeah, walking around for hours, it does make a difference, because once you start losing energy, there's nothing you can do about it. You don't want to do anything else other than just relax and enjoy the day, which I'm doing very much so with the ZV E1 or the ZV1 Mark II these days, so not bad at all. The Sony A1, barely touched it. That thing has been collecting dust inside my camera bag since I got it. I took some shots with the electronic shutter with the Samyang 24 2.8 since the combo of the lens and the size of the A1 is so compact, so nice, but it's been collecting years, but not pictures, unfortunately. So I guess that's another thing I can hand over to Robert's camera for them to sell to someone who actually can use it. Yeah, I just got the R6 Mark II since I got rid of the R6. Not rid, but was able to give it up. Didn't want to, but had to, unfortunately. Yeah. This thing, it is doing its job very well. Very nice, I would say. The clouds are overexposed, but you can see the skies are blue. Much bluer than it was before. Hopefully, the footage is clear. And yeah, one disadvantage of lowering your exposure is not only the noise in the shadows, but then your shutter speed jumps up. But really, for this it doesn't matter. At least not in my case, it doesn't. It did rain yesterday a lot. It was supposed to rain today as well, but thankfully we did get a break. Nice breeze from the East River, and not as hot as yesterday or the day before. So that's good news altogether. Let's go walk over there and see what's going on. Yeah. Yeah. So I guess if you are backlit, you are going to be in the shadow. And the overexposure, you have to manually raise it up, unfortunately. It is what it is. Thank you. So, yeah. Backlit, well, side lit now. And it's still looking good. That's good. Huh. Look at that. Getting used to flipping this thing around, or using the trigger to flip it around. But whenever I do it, it seems like I have to recenter it. Not recenter it, but bring it down, so it works like this, at this range. Yeah. It's all good. Now I have to test the G95 again. I think I did a poor job last time testing it. I wasn't as proficient as converting a 8-bit into HDR. That is not easy. Yeah, most of the time you'll get a lot of artifacts. Yeah, you'll see sometimes if you pixel peep, you'll see reds have a lot of artifacts in them, especially with the Sonys. I don't know if it's an overexposure problem, but yeah, it is not easily correctable. Yeah, I can definitely say what you would look like if you were backlit. You can walk back, so you'll see it over and over and over again. Let's cross, since we can. Don't know if you'll get this opportunity on the other end, but yeah, works well. Looks very nice. I do put on a look which reduces the red, so, and I don't want to say Canon colors, but as close as you can get with 8-bit. Converting to HDR and reducing the reds that you get with the Sonys. The ZV1 S-Log3 cinema gamut. I don't know, cinema gamut. I'm confused with Canon. But yeah, Cinelog thing with what it is. Colors are very nice. I can convert it to HDR very easily. All I have to drop is the highlights on Adobe Premiere when I interpret the footage as S-Log3 Cine 3. And it's a lovely footage. Same with the R5, just drop the highlights. The shadows are retained. Not much noise unless you're pixel peeping. Even in daylight, you'll get some noise, but pixel peeping, no one's going to do that. Especially if you're viewing this on a phone, on a 4K screen, which I do usually review these videos on, 4K 60-inch TV. Even then, it looks good enough. Good enough. I don't need a Canon R5C, even though it's now on sale for $39. It's more of an inconvenience than convenience at this point. Especially with manual exposing. Yeah, that is a severe issue. This set things as you would like. Put it on autofocus, set the exposure, and you're good to go. I'm not worried much about shutter speed. Shutter speed, I would like to be low as possible, but it's convenience over technicality. And when I'm reviewing these images, I'm not creating movies. trying to, the best that you can do. Yeah. Also with this, finding out 1080p is a viable option. I don't know. And also it saves a lot of space. And when I try to denoise the image with neat video, it just, I guess, speeds by, someone would say. Unlike 4K 10-bit 422 images or footage, it takes forever. Probably 5, 6, 7 hours for a 30-minute. But the noise is gone. The noise will be gone. But the processing, and I don't think neat video uses all the power that it can. I tested it on a 3090 Ti and also the M1 Max Studio. I would be able to run 2 simultaneous processes without much loss of speed. Maybe the speed would be at 75%, but I would get 2 videos out using noise reduction instead of just one at 100%. So 75, I get 150%. Right? Just have to wait a little bit longer, but I get 2 videos done at the same time, depending on how you want to slice it. Because you can always cut the image right in the middle. Like for example, if it's an hour footage, you just cut it in 30-minute chunks and you set it to render twice. First 30 minutes, second 20 minutes, and you're good to go. Yeah, with 1080p footage, especially with the ZV1 Mark II, it just runs. It's no longer an issue. And also, processing time when you put this thing up, it's much less. It takes less time. I can have this thing up along with 20 minutes. It'll be done processing within 2 hours. And also HDR should be available after 24 hours. I would recommend watching the 4th of July video if you have an HDR screen now. If you watched it previously, a day after, but now it's available in HDR. And the colors, to my eyes, does look much better, especially the fireworks. Yeah. So those things came out well. Maybe next year for Bastille Day, maybe I'll be in Paris. I wish I could go this year. 13th, huh? Let me see how much are the tickets. Maybe I can sell more cameras and watches and get some cash so I can actually use these things in other places than Astoria. You know, Astoria has so many things going for it. Why even bother? People are coming here. Why not I? People won't need so much money to fly over here and then pay for hotels right next door. Well, I already pay rent. I don't have to pay for food. So it's a staycation. I'm making an excuse for a staycation. That's what I'm saying. July 13th is right across the corner. So maybe I'll see if I can catch a flight to Charles de Gaulle. And if I do, yeah, that's what I would like to do. But who knows? French B, they say 400 one way. If two-way price of economy, because I only carry one bag, very light. The one that you see, the yellow black one. I can go without any luggage. I'll probably be going away for 2 days. Videos, nap, sit, relax, come back. Back to work. Yeah, I think it's on a weekday too. So probably not happening. But yeah, quite excited. Robber's Camera. A place where I can sell the things that I don't actually use but are in really mint condition. Yeah. The reason I don't want to sell it on eBay, first of all, 15%. And second of all, there's always a chance something that gets damaged along the way, and the person who gets it has to file for a refund, right? It's a bad scenario for all of us. It can also happen. Shipment can also be damaged, I guess, if I send it to robbers. But it seems like I get a fair price. I guess B&H, it's a fair price, but they have to also consider costs, operating costs, right, of people working from Manhattan. Rent isn't cheap over here, and they're two stores combined, I guess. You have to keep things running, and you have to have a proper amount of money, accessories, things like that. So, yeah. Alright guys, so that was the test with exposure minus, exposure +1 instead of +2. And I do see, yeah, well, the clouds, the white clouds are overexposed, but there's still some blue left.